In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a refracted glass portrait effect in Gimp, step by step, even if you're brand new to the software. This effect is great for posters, social media graphics, thumbnails, and creative photo edits when you want that realistic cracked glass or light-bending look without spending hours doing it manually. And if you enjoy easy Gimp tutorials like this, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Let's get right into it. The first thing we need to do is prepare the displacement map. This is what will control how the image bends and distorts later on. To do that, create a new transparent layer and name it Map. You want this layer sitting above your portrait because we're going to build the distortion pattern on it first. Next, set your foreground color to pure white and your background color to pure black. This part matters because the contrast between black and white is what creates the refracted striped effect that Gimp will use for the glass distortion. Once your colors are set, grab the gradient tool by pressing G on your keyboard. Now go into the tool settings and choose FG to BG RGB as the gradient format. Change the shape to linear and then set the repeat option to sawtooth wave. These settings are what give you those repeating bands that make the refracted glass effect look more believable. With everything ready, hold down Ctrl to lock your angle, then click and drag a short line across your canvas. You do not need a long drag here, just create a small stroke across the area where the glass distortion will go. When you release, Gimp will generate a series of repeating black and white stripes. These stripes become the base of your displacement map. Press Enter to confirm the stroke and then hide this layer by clicking the eye icon next to it. We don't need to see it while we work, but it still needs to stay in the file. Now it's time to duplicate the portrait. Find your main portrait layer, right-click it, and choose Duplicate Layer. This gives us a working copy so we can distort only one version of the image and keep the original safe underneath. Make sure the duplicated layer is the one selected before moving on. Once that's done, go to the top menu, click Filters, then Map, and then Displace. This is the filter that will use the map layer we created to bend the image in a glass-like way. In the Filter Options window, you'll see settings for horizontal and vertical displacement maps. Select your map layer from the drop-down list for both the horizontal and vertical displacement maps. After that, we need to fine-tune the distortion. Set the mode to Cartesian, the sampler to cubic, and the abyss policy to clamp. These settings help the effect stay smooth and avoid awkward edges. Now unlink the chain icon so you can adjust the horizontal and vertical values independently. Increase the horizontal displacement to around 50 to 60 and keep the vertical displacement lower. That difference is what creates the realistic zigzag refracted look, similar to light passing through curved or uneven glass. Take a moment here to preview the result. If the distortion looks too strong, reduce the values a little. If it looks too subtle, increase them gradually. The goal is to get that worked glass effect without losing the facial features completely. Once it looks good, click OK to apply the filter. At this point, the whole duplicate layer is distorted, but we only want the effect in the center of the portrait where the glass pane will appear, so now we need to isolate that area. Select the Rectangle Select tool by pressing R and draw a box over the center of the portrait where the refracted glass window to sit. Try to position the selection carefully because this will define exactly where the effect shows up. If you want a vertical glass strip, keep the selection tall and narrow. If you want a larger glass panel, make the box wider. This step is what makes the effect feel intentional and polished instead of applying the distortion across the entire image. With the selection active, right-click the distorted layer again and choose Add Layer Mask. When the mask options appear, choose Selection, then click Add. This will hide everything outside the selected area and leave only the refracted glass section visible. It's a clean and professional way to blend the effect into the portrait. Once the mask is added, clear the selection by going to Select and then None, or simply use Shift plus Ctrl plus A. Now you can see the final result, a portrait with a crisp refracted glass effect in the center, while the rest of the image remains untouched. If you want to push this effect even further, you can experiment with the width of the selection, the strength of the displacement, or even duplicate the effect on multiple sections of the portrait for a more stylized design. You can also combine it with color grading, blur, or glow effects to make the image feel even more cinematic. And that's how you create a refracted glass portrait effect in Gimp using a displacement map and a layer mask. It's a simple workflow once you understand the steps, and it gives you a really eye-catching result for thumbnails, posters, and creative edits. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe for more Gimp tutorials, and let me know in the comments what effect you want to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.